Good morning, Girl Scouts. Miss Katie here. Sorry, I had to turn off my Roomba. It's scheduled for 10 a.m. and I didn't want it to be loud for our story. Okay, so starting over, today we are reading Mary's story. I hope you guys are ready to start your day and you're ready to tackle what you have planned and just have a good day with your friends and your family. So, Mary's story is a story about keeping a cupcake promise. And this says here that when I've earned my Mary petal, I will know how to be responsible for what I say and do, just like Mari the Marigold. Here's our cover. And Miss Nilla's still here. She's joining me. And we're ready to read. So this says to earn your Mary petal, you have to do these three things. You have to enjoy Mary's story and then talk about it. You need to, with your Daisy friends, act out different ways to be responsible during the day, from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. And then you need to practice being responsible for what you say and do. And we can talk about ways to do that after our story. So this is Mary's story, Keeping a Cupcake Promise. Mary looked at the sign she had just finished making and smiled. It said, Petal Elementary School Bake Sale. I can't wait for the bake sale tomorrow, she told her friend Tula. I'm going to decorate cupcakes. That sounds yummy, Tula replied. First, Mary needed to get icing and sprinkles. She asked her friend Lupe to take her to the bakery in Lupe's pedal-powered car. As soon as Mary got into the car, she put on her seatbelt. She had promised Lupe she would do this every time they went for a ride. Thanks for doing that, Lupe said. I want everyone who rides in my car to stay safe. Now let's use flower power to make this car go. Go, go, go. Hi, Mary, the baker said. I have some sprinkles and some frosting for you. Thank you for giving us supplies for our bake sale, Mary said. I promise to wash the containers and bring them back tomorrow. The baker beamed. I know you will. You always keep your promises, Mary. Okay, let's go back to the flower garden. I have some decorating to do, Mary told Lupe. Here's our pictures. Okay. Back in the flower garden, Mary spread icing on the cupcake. Then she scattered bright sprinkles on it. The cupcake looked delicious. Mary decorated another cupcake, and then another. She was doing a good job, but she still had lots to do. She had just started on another cupcake when she heard an ice cream truck passing by, playing cheerful music. A few of Mary's cousins ran by, headed for the street. Hey, Mary, her cousin Mabel said. We're going to get ice cream. Why don't you come with us? Mary shook her head. I'd really like to, she said, but I promised I would finish these cupcakes for the bake sale tomorrow. Okay, her cousin said. We'll see you later. I love how colorful the pictures in these books are. Mary watched as her cousins, laughing and joking, ran out of sight. As she iced another cupcake, she could hear them calling out the ice cream treats they wanted. I'd like an ice cream sandwich, please, one said. I want a scoop of chocolate, another cousin said. Can I have a green sherbet? A third cousin asked. It's my favorite color. I really want to get some ice cream too, Mary thought. I could always finish the cupcakes later. Then Mary looked at all the cupcakes still waiting to be decorated. I can get ice cream anytime, she thought. Right now, I need to finish what I said I'd do. When all the cupcakes were decorated, Mary cleaned up the picnic table, threw away the trash, and washed the empty containers to give back to the baker. She smiled as she looked at what she had done. It felt good to leave the picnic table tidy and to know that her cupcakes would help her school. Just then, Mabel ran over. Those cupcakes look great, she said. We're all going to jump rope now. Can you come play too? Sure, Mary said. Then she ran off to join her cousins, happy to keep her promise. The end. And you can see the beautiful cupcake she made. Love it. Okay, so let's talk. So, when did Mary show that she was responsible for what she says and does? So I noticed in the beginning, when Mary got in Lupe's car, she put on her seatbelt because Lupe had requested that anybody riding in her car to please wear their seatbelt. So Mary was responsible for herself, and she also helped to hold her friend responsible and keeping her promise for what her friend had asked her to do. So that was one instant. And then she also told the baker that she would finish the cupcakes and then clean up after herself. And she kept her promise to the baker as well, even though she was tempted to go get ice cream. So Mary, I think, is a pretty responsible friend. And she made a lot of good choices throughout this. Okay. How do you think she felt when she couldn't get ice cream with her cousins? So again, kind of looking back on the situation that Mary was in, she was reflecting on the fact that she had made a promise to the baker that she would bake the cupcakes and clean up. And her instinct was to go and get ice cream with her friends because obviously that's a lot of fun, and who doesn't love ice cream? So I think when she realized that she had kind of double booked herself, she probably felt a little sad, a little left out, but then she was true to herself in saying, no, I need to finish what I started. And in doing that and being true to herself and what she said she would do, at the end, she felt good because she kept that promise, both to the baker and to herself. So I think at the end of it all, she probably felt pretty good about herself. So I think she made the right choice. Okay, so when have you shown you're responsible for what you say and do, and how did it make you feel? So I want my Daisy Girls to think about ways that they're responsible throughout their days, throughout their week. Think about things that you guys have done this week that are responsible, either responsible to yourself, maybe keeping promises to yourself, or responsible to a friend or a family member. I know that I'm responsible for what I say and do because sometimes I'll tell Nilla, hey, we're going to go for a walk today. And I try to always hold that promise to her because I know that Nilla loves walks and she needs walks. And that's the right thing to do. Okay, step 2. Act out different ways to be responsible during the day, from the time you wake up, from the time you go to bed. So this is something you can get with your troop leader and see if it's safe to get together and do this. Make sure you get permission. If not, you guys can always do this virtually. You can have skits together on Zoom meetings. So just try to see what you're able to do as a group and what's the safest way to do that one. I would definitely ask a trusted adult. And then step 3 is practice being responsible for what you say and do. And this says that there are lots of ways to act like Mary. Try to do one of these activities. So you could think of a few ways that you can show every day that you're responsible for what you say and do. This might mean promising to put your toys away or making your bed and then doing it. So again, just if you say you're going to do something, try to always uphold that. It's very important. And if you make promises to yourself, it's also very important to keep those, because if you break promises to yourself, it can actually hurt your self-esteem. We don't want to do that. We want to build our self-esteem. So just think about that. And this says, the next time that you attend a Daisy meeting, ask your adult volunteer if you and your Daisy friends could do something to help. Maybe you can put out paper and crayons, clean up after snack time, or push chairs under tables when the meeting is over. You'll be a responsible Daisy, and you'll also enjoy working as a part of the team. So that's a good idea. Okay, and this one is for whenever you guys go back to school. This says, Mary showed how responsible she was by cleaning up the picnic table and leave everything the way she found it. Think of ways you can show your teacher how responsible you are. Maybe by keeping track of your belongings, by throwing away your trash after you finish lunch, or picking up trash that others have left behind. So those are some ideas. I hope that inspires you guys to learn about responsibility and to be responsible for what you say and do in your day-to-day life. I hope you guys enjoyed our story. Tackle the day, do great things, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.